Hey, hey, what's going on there? Listen, just jumping on here today, talking on my nuggets about giants. And in life, we face some giants. And listen, there's nothing that you can do to avoid the giants on a daily basis that we have to face. Everybody has to face it. And I'm going to say, as a pastor, and I know many other pastors have faced the same thing. There have been the biggest giant problem we had to face during this pandemic is how do we keep our church going in the midst of this pandemic? How do we keep the doors open, the lights on, happening? And it's been a challenge, and it's been our giant. But you know what? God always give us something, five smooth stones that we're gonna put in the tenacity to be able to go forth like David and says, listen, you trying to bring this thing down, but there is no way you can bring this down. You come against me with all your conventional stuff or whatever the devil is trying to throw. But God's saying, if you allow me to use you, I'm going to work through you to be able to bring down the biggest giants in your life. It doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter what they're saying, or what they talking, or what kind of pressure they putting on you. Man, if you can just get to that point where you have spent time with God and say when you're spending time with God that I'm going to deal with this giant, man. I'm going to tell you, God has spoken to me. He's given me five smooth stones. Listen, stones can be anybody. And look, I'm going to say this. I've been recounting this whole thing, and God has given me five people that are in my bag that just said, Pastor, we're going to make this thing happen for you. And all I had to do was just say, thank you, Lord, because we don't always know what's going to happen. It's not something that we plan, but it's something that God already has already planned for us. This thing didn't take God by surprise. Therefore, he already had a plan. I was reading today that if you want to be successful in anything, as a pastor, as a layperson, as anybody, as a businessman, you have to have a plan. My plan is to always follow God. My plan is to seek his face, to spend time praying and fasting and find out what does God want me to do with what he has called me to do, with this vision, with this calling that he has on my life, with the position that he has put us in. And you'll be amazed if you sit and listen to God. You don't have to sit long. He's talking like this, and he'll begin to tell you, and then every giant that was there before you, every giant would go. I mean, every giant, it doesn't matter. The giants will move out of the land because, first of all, giants are takers. They do not grow anything of their own. They don't plow anything of their own. They don't really do anything but wait for the giants are like big bullets. They wait for you to do whatever you're gonna do, and then they come and take what you got. They wait for you to plant, they wait for you to sow, they wait for you to harvest, and then they'll come and take what you got. But God said the giants cannot take what you got. They can't take it unless you allow it. If you sit back and do nothing, then of course, yeah, the giants will take it. But I'm gonna just say, man, God has everything under control. I'm sitting here just thinking on the goodness of the Lord. I realized that God has already worked the plan out, and then all I have to do is pray, and he began to clue me in on the plan. And his plan is not a secret. All you have to do is spend that time talking with him, communicating with him in prayer, and you're going to find that every giant that the enemy is trying to send your direction, every Goliath will be taken care of. Listen, Goliath had four other brothers. It was five of them. And God has prepared David with five stones for each one of the brothers. He didn't care which one of them acted up. He had a stone for each one of them. And Jesus is the stone that we use now for every one of our giants, man. He will bring it down. Matter of fact, the image that this stone struck began to crumble and fall. That was the stone of society, community, sometimes even governments. But it starts with something very simple. Seek God's face, seek him in prayer, Stay in prayer. You're going to find that God, when you get up from prayer, God will give you a plan. And that plan will always succeed you. That plan is always to give you the promised land. Man, that's all the word I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm still feeling that Monday nugget, so I thought I'd go ahead and share that a little bit today. If this word get out to you and you feel like, hey, you know what, I'm going to share that, Pastor, then please do. And just know this, that whatever giant you're facing, God has already given you the victory over it. All you have to do is to stand in faith and pray. And God will begin to give you the plan. And the plan has to be executed. David couldn't tell everybody. I mean, David actually asked everybody, who's going to go out there and shut him up? Nobody was there to do it. Hey, if nobody's there to do it, I'll go. Send me. That's what we got to have, that mentality. Listen, we can always pray, hey, Pastor, you go out and do this. Pastor, you go out and do that. But sometimes it's not on the pastor to do that. He might have something, another giant that he has to slay. But he's called you to go forth. And he's called you to, when you see it, to go away and say, okay, send me. And God will equip you with everything you need to slay your giant. Man, be blessed today, man. Sun is out. Get out there. Enjoy the Lord. See God in everything. And know that he has a plan for you. And his plan for you will change the world. It will change your environment. It will change your family to the better if you just let him just speak to you and then you follow it. All right. God bless you, man. Y'all have a beautiful day. Listen, I'm praying over you because Jesus prayed over me. And he's saying to you, you can do it. Keep your head up. Keep moving forward.